Bless you. Let the sound of the Ujjayi breath guide your energy system, guide your whole body. Lean back a little bit. Lean back a little bit. That's straight now. Okay. Within the breath, you can feel the flow. And the flow is like music. So even if you're not doing yoga with music, you have your own music, natural music with your breath. Try and find that rhythm. And the challenge is to see if you can keep that rhythm of the breath. So Ujjayi breath loud enough that you can hear it. Person beside you doesn't need to hear it, but for you to hear it. On the inhale and on the exhale. And I invite you to place your hands to your heart center in prayer pose to chant 3 Oms, 3 Shantis, inhaling. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let the vibrations, the sound, the frequency just permeate throughout your whole system. And continue breathing in, listen to the mantra. Triyambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urdvarukamiva bandhanam mrityor mokshamamritat. Om sarvesham svastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarve bhavatu sukhina sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kashi dukkha bhag bhavet. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadya purnameva vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now bring your awareness to your third eye center and visualize a light, a glowing light, a shining light. And here you open the doors of communication with Shiva, the Adi Guru. You can think of Shiva as the energy that brings yoga. the energy that dissolves, excuse me, dissolves whatever you don't need so that you can create something new. Continue Ujjayi Pranayam. Feel the Ujjayi Pranayam and the Kundalini rise from the base of the spine to the top of your head on the inhale. And on the exhale, feeling the energy diffuse throughout your body. On the inhale, Ujjayi breath, feel the energy, the prana, rise from the base of the spine to the top of your head. On the exhale, feel this healing energy diffuse throughout your whole body and bringing you wisdom and healing. Slowly place your hands on your knees and then start to rotate your spine as if you're tracing the direction of a ball, of a circle, and do this with your breath. Try to move your shoulders, your hips, your head and neck, as well as all of your spine. Always conscious of the breath. Letting the breath guide this movement. And then going to the opposite direction. And now we're ready to go into all fours position on our hands and knees. Just for a simple cat and cow. Inhaling, arch your back and look up. Exhale, tailbone down, shoulder blades apart, pull your belly in. Inhale, arching your back, point your tailbone up, look up at the ceiling. And exhale, rounding. Do 3 more at your own breath. You can close your eyes and really feel how the spine is working, how the energy is moving, how the breath coordinates all of this. And then from neutral position, start to open your knees as wide as you can and sink your hips down to your heels. Lowering your chest down to the floor and keep walking your fingers forward so that you keep the position active. Active stretch. Really walk your fingers forward. Right, left, walking, moving your fingers forward. And as you move your fingers forward, you feel your rib cage starting to lengthen as well. As your rib cage lengthens, your hips release to the floor, especially on the exhale. On the next inhale, lifting your head up to look front. Gather your knees under your hips, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take a moment to explore downward facing dog. So you can march your legs, your feet. You can lift one leg or the other leg. You can also try to hold on to your foot or ankle with the opposite hand. When you lift your legs, you can explore your hips. You can explore your knees, your ankles. You're good. Slowly coming down to child's pose. just to release all the muscles of the body, shoulders, hips, legs. Notice your breath. On the next inhale, come back into all fours and exhale into downward facing dog once more. And this time downward facing dog kept in stillness. So very, very still with the body. Find the position that you hold without moving. Feel the Uddiyana Bandha where your navel is pulling inwards and upwards to the chest. Ujjayi breath, chin down to the navel almost. And count. Ekam. Dve. Trini. Chatvari. Pancham. Now you start to lift your heels, bend your knees, look to the front and walk or jump to the front, taking a forward fold. Relax your head and neck. As you exhale, feel your belly release more to your thighs. And then start to walk your fingers left and right, gently moving your hips, swaying left and right. As you sway left and right, pull your belly in and start to rise up slowly. As you sway, you're rising up, left and right, rounding your back, pulling your belly in until you reach your center, standing. Let's do the classical sun salutation, feet hip distance, hands in prayer pose or to your thighs. Take a breath. And on your next inhale, lift your arms up, bend back slightly. On the exhale, take a forward fold, bend from the hips. Place your hands on either side of your feet. Release the head and neck. On the inhale, step your right leg all the way to the back. Look to the front. And then hold your breath. Step the left leg to the back in plank pose. The hips neither up or down. Exhale, drop your knees down, arch your back. Lower your chest and chin down in Ashtangasana position. Inhale, slide forward, open your chest, point your toes. Lifting up, look up. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into mountain or down dog. Inhale, step your right leg to the front between your hands. Looking forward, opening the chest. Exhale, take your left leg to the front, take forward fold, chest to the thighs. On the inhale, lead with your arms and keep the alignment of your arms and your back, bending back to the top. Exhale all the way down to forward fold. Hands on either side of your feet. Inhale, step the left leg to the back. The knee is down, open the chest, look forward. Hold your breath, step the right leg to the back in plank pose. Exhale, Ashtangasana, knees down, chest and chin down. Make sure that your elbows are to your sides. Inhale, slide forward, release your hips and open your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back to mountain or down dog. Inhale, step your left leg between the hands. The right knee comes down, release the hips. Exhale, your right leg to the front, forward fold. And inhale, rise up without any back bend, just come all the way up. And exhale to release your hands to the sides. Second round sun salutation. Inhale, lift your arms up and bend back. Push your hips to the front. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, step your right leg to the back in low lunge. Hold your breath to plank, left leg to the back. Stay strong on your core. Exhale, knees and chest, chin down. Elbows close to your sides. Point your toes down. On the inhale, slide forward. Point your toes. Open the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips and look at your belly. Inhale, step your right leg between the hands, looking forward. The knee comes down at the back. Exhale, bring the left leg to the back, to the front. Inhale, rise up and continue to bend back. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, step your left leg to the back into lunge. Hold your breath, right leg back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin down to the floor, toes down to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, open your chest, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, mountain or down dog. Inhale, left leg to the front. Exhale, your right leg to the front, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, release your hands to the sides. Now close your eyes for a minute. We will repeat for the third time. And this exercise I only do in yoga teacher training. So please don't do it in your exam. And please don't do it with beginners. Because what we're going to do is you're going to do it with your eyes closed. And I will only give minimal instruction. And the only thing that I will focus on is the breath. That way you can also focus just on your body without me having to say a lot of things, and focus on your breath. So starting with your feet together, your eyes closed, just feel your breath for a moment and feel your body. Connect your hands to your thighs. There's no need to point them forward. That's just throwing energy away. On the inhale, lift your arms up and bend back. Exhale. Inhale, right leg. Hold breath. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg front. Exhale. Inhale, all the way to the back. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Hold breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, rise up, no back bend. Exhale, release. Continue to breathe. Well done, I think you all studied. Sun salutation, A, Ashtanga Vinyasa. Feet together, connect your hands to your thighs. Inhale, lift your arms up, straighten your spine, look at your thumbs, place your hands together. Exhale, dive down, chest to the thighs, hands on either side of your feet. Inhale to half lift and look at your third eye. Feel the flatness of your back. Exhale, walk or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Low plank. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Ekam. Due. Tredi. Chatwari. Pancham. Look to the front, lift your heels, bend the knees and jump to the front. Lengthen the spine. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Look at your hands together. Exhale, release your hands down. Breathe. Second round, inhale, lift your arms up. Look at your hands together. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, look at your third eye. Exhale, walk or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. And bend your elbows. Inhale into your cobra or upward facing dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips up and back. Stay here for 5 breaths. Ekam. 2. 3. 4. 5. Look to the front and walk or jump to the front, lengthening the spine. Exhale, chest to the thighs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, come to standing. Look at your fingers. Exhale, your hands down and breathe. On the next inhale, come into chair pose, Utkatasana, bending your knees. Look up at your fingers. And exhale to forward fold, chest to thighs. Inhale to a half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk or jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana, bending the elbows. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale to downward facing dog and look at your navel. Step your right, without lifting your leg up, just directly take the right leg to the front. And 1 breath, come into warrior 1. Drop the back heel. Raise yourself up into warrior 1. Exhale back down into Chaturanga Dandasana. 1 breath. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Step the left leg to the front, right heel down, rise up into warrior 1 with the left leg front. Exhale back down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog, opening the chest, lift. Exhale to downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. So when it's repetitive, then that's when you can say inhale up dog, exhale down dog, because the students will be used to it. But at first you have to give all the instructions. Your legs are too wide. Yes. 1 more breath here. Look to the front and walk or jump to the front. Forward fold. Inhaling into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bending your knees, lift your chest, and exhale to standing. So you've just done sun salutation B. Let's do it again. Inhale into chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, jump back or walk back. Inhaling, open your chest into cobra or up dog. And exhale to down dog. Lift the hips up. Right leg to the front, warrior 1. Look at your hands, hands together. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, come all the way back down. Right leg to the back, bend your elbows. Inhale, lift into cobra or up dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Step your left leg to the front with your breath. Rise up to warrior 1. Exhaling back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into your upward facing dog or cobra. And exhaling into downward facing dog. Stay there for 5 breaths. When you do up dog or cobra, when you do your cobra, it's the hips will be down on the floor. When you do upward facing dog, your hips and knees are lifted off of the ground. Yeah, cobra, the elbows are bent, so don't mix them up. 1 more breath. Look between your hands and walk or jump to the front. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, chest to the thighs. Inhaling, bend your knees into chair pose. A little bit lower on the chair pose there. And exhale to standing and breathe. Take your weight on your left leg and then place the right foot on the upper inner thigh, knee out to the side. Find your balance with your hands to your waist. And once you find your balance, you can place your hands to your heart, or maybe lift your arms up. In your Durvasan. And from there, extend the leg to the back into Warrior One. Exhaling into Warrior Two. Your right foot parallel to the short side of the mat, bending the front knee a bit more. Look to the front. And then from there, place your weight on your left leg and go into half moon pose. Pressing your left hand on the floor, your right leg up. So use your block if you have it. And your right foot should either be pointed or flexed. The higher it is, I find the easier it is to balance, so don't hesitate to lift it high up. And then from there, gracefully lower the right leg back down, return to Warrior Two. Exhaling straight into Chaturanga Dandasana. This is your Vinyasa. Inhale into your upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale into downward facing dog. Stay there for 5 breaths. Feel your navel pressing towards the spine and that your spine is straight. Arms and legs strong. And try to focus on your Ujjayi breath. Remember that the Ujjayi breath is the foundation rhythm. So keep it flowing. Walk or jump to the front. Lengthen spine. Exhale, chest to thighs, Uttanasana. Inhale into Utkatasana, chair pose. And from here, take Kapalabhati. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release your hands down. Place your hands to the waist. So now, place your weight on the right leg and then lift the left foot up to the inner thigh, knee to the side into your tree pose. When you feel balance, you can place your hands to the heart or up. So really you need to concentrate on pressing this right foot down and really activating the right thigh. If you slip, it's not because of the shininess of your leggings, it's because of the tension of your supporting leg. Very good. Try to lift your chest and your hips up. Don't sink on your hips. Lifting from the hips like a ballerina. Slowly taking your left leg to the back into the Warrior One position. Warrior One position. The front foot is in line, front heel is in line with the middle of the back foot, or at least the heel. Exhale into Warrior Two, so open up your hips to the big windows. Adjust the left foot, bending the right knee. Right thigh is nice and low, almost parallel to the floor. So everybody walk your right foot forward 2 inches. Yes. Breathe. What's happening here? Pull your belly in. Okay, exhaling. Windmill your hands down. Chaturanga Dandasana directly into low plank. Right leg back. Inhaling. Open the chest, up dog or cobra. Looking up at the ceiling. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Take another 5 breaths. We forgot our half moon pose. Half moon on the right leg, no? So from there, take your right leg to the front. Rise up into Warrior Two. And then place your weight on the right leg. Left leg up. Feel that someone is pulling your left arm up. It is attached to the ceiling. And then another line rope is attached to the leg, the lifted leg, and it's lifting, lifting, lifting up to the ceiling. Very nice. Exhale to warrior two. Let's go directly to downward facing dog without the vinyasa. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Look to the front, then walk or jump to the front. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay in chair pose, and this time Bhastrika. So deep inhale, deep exhale, deep inhale, deep exhale. Exhale. Long, long, long exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Take a moment here just to take long deep breaths or back to Ujjayi. Feel that your feet are grounded down to the earth. And your spine is long, your head opened up to the heavens. On the inhale, lift your arms up and look at your hands. So you can take a little back bend if you wish. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift up, lengthen spine. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga or walk back. Inhale into your cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. On the inhale, lift your right leg up and hold it there for a few breaths. First, let's explore with the hips square. So try not to open the hip, but just feel what it's like when your hips are square or facing the mat. The leg might go down a little bit, but really just concentrate on the position of the hip. And keep the foot active. And then lower back down to the floor. On the next inhale, you will lift that leg back up, the same leg, and then this time you can open at the hip and explore that a little bit. Some of you who are more open, you can start to bend the knee. I am not asking you to do the wild thing because this is not the good position for the shoulders to do that, okay? So just stay with knees bent, explore the hip. Very good. And then take that leg to your chest into a plank position with the knee to the chest. Good. Inhale, extend the leg back to the ceiling. Exhale, plank knee to the chest. Inhale, extend the legs back to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the leg to the front. Lower the left knee. And then take a crescent moon lunge. And stay there for a few breaths. If it's too straining, you can place your hands on your thighs also. Or look forward and see what's happening on the neck. Slowly take your hands down. Step your right leg to the back, do a vinyasa, so knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Feet together. Okay, make a nice distance between your feet and your hands so that you feel a little bit more stable. Walk your feet front a little bit. No, to my foot. A bit more. From here, step your left leg up. First, square hips. Try to feel how you can be in control of your hip. Very good. Keep the foot active, the back foot active. You can point it, you can flex it, but you can even point flex it, but it needs to stay active. And then you can have more control. Slowly lower the leg down. Very good. On the next inhale, lift it all the way back up, and this time feel free to open at the hip. You can explore that hip, which also explores actually the rib cage and a little bit of the shoulder. You can bend the knee if you feel like it. And then send it all the way into plank with your knee to the chest. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, plank, knee to the chest. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, plank, knee to the chest. Step the foot down, release the back knee. Feel stable on your hips and lift up and back into crescent moon lunge. And breathe. As your arms lift up and back, your hips release down low. On your next exhale, take your hands down, tuck the back toes, step your left leg to the back into your plank, go into the Chaturanga Dandasana, inhale into Cobra or Up Dog, and exhale back into Downward Facing Dog. 5 breaths Ujjayi. Ekam. Dve. Treni. Listen to your Ujjayi breath. Chatvari. Pancham. Look to the front and walk or jump to the front. Lengthening the spine into half lift. Exhale to forward fold, chest to the thighs. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay in chair and take your hands to your heart center. And then just keep the alignment of your knees, that it's not one knee forward or back. Take your right elbow outside of the knee and start to twist. If you can, see if you can explore by opening your arms. Right arm up, left arm up. Very good. Keep your hips nice and low. Inhale back to the center, Utkatasana. Arms up. Exhale to forward fold, extend the legs. Inhale back into Utkatasana, chair pose, lift your arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart, take your left elbow outside of the knee and twist this way. Okay, try to lower your hips a little bit more so that it's really Utkatasana and not standing. And see if you can open your arms for a challenge. Both arms. This arm stays there. Okay. Yeah, because you're pushing. Yeah, okay. Inhale into Utkatasana to the front. Look up, arms up. Exhale to forward fold, hands down. And stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. Release your head and neck. With each inhale, you lengthen the spine. With each exhale, pull the belly in, chest to thigh. You use your breath to go deeper into the poses in Vinyasa and in most dynamic poses. On the next inhale, rise back up into Utkatasana, chair pose. And on the exhale, back to standing. And breathe. Feet hip distance, find your center. So from here, place your weight on your left leg, left hand on your waist. Bending your right knee, inhaling, hold on to your big toe. If you have a strap, you can use it. And exhale, extend the leg to the front. Keep your chest open. Utthita Hasta Baddha. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. On the next exhale, you bend the knee and you send it all the way to the back. And reach your arms to the front into warrior 3 or one leg standing, Ekapadasana. Into half split, so taking your hands all the way down to the floor and lifting the right leg all the way up to the ceiling, touching the beams. Gently drop the right leg and rise into warrior 1. Lifting your chest, left knee bent. Okay, hips on fast, facing forward in the warrior 1, right? Exhaling Chaturanga Dandasana, taking your hands down, or you can do knees, chest, chin. Inhale up dog or cobra, and exhale into downward facing dog. Mind when you do up dog that you're not rolling your shoulders in. You really feel shoulder blades together at the back. 5 breaths Ujjayi. Look to the front and walk or jump to the front, ending in half lift, exhaling to forward fold. Inhale in your Utkatasana chair pose, Bhastrika. Exhale, big inhale, rise up. Exhale, ground the energies down. Back to long, deep breathing or Ujjayi. This time place your weight on your right leg, your right hand on the waist. On the inhale, when you're ready, left knee up. Hold onto the foot or the big toe and extend the leg, Uttita Hasta. Next time, get the block ready and your belt ready, just in case you need it. So slowly take the leg all the way to the back into warrior 3. Here, put your hands on my hand. Gently lowering all the way down and lifting the leg up into half split. One more breath. And next into warrior 1. Opening the chest, right knee bends, lower down the right knee and right thigh. And then into your vinyasa, so exhaling, hands down, right leg to the back, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Cobra or upward facing dog, opening the chest. And exhale, lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay here for 5 breaths. Slowly lower your knees all the way down to the floor so that you are in all fours position. But this time we want to bring the knees together. Okay, knees together. This will make it more stable for the next thing that we will do. So from here, lift your right leg up. And you can arch your back. You can keep the foot flexed or pointed or point flexed as long as you feel the energy through there. If you feel stable, take your left arm, so the opposite arm behind you, and then press the foot against the hand to lift a little higher. And if you can, you look forward or look up. A bit harder to balance. Okay. So release your hand and then extend the leg to the back, so the leg is long. Let me show. The leg is long. Now, left lower leg goes out to the side, and then open your hip and your arm. And you can lift your leg up as well. You can lift your right leg if you want. Very nice. You can also bend that right leg and see if you can grab the foot or ankle with your right hand. And open your chest and hip to the side wall. Align your hip to the knee. Okay, we'll come back and release. Back to the center. Now with the knees together, give yourself a rounding of the back. The cat pose. And then come back to neutral position. So when you're ready, lift the left leg up. Find your balance first, arch your back slightly. Once you find your balance, use the opposite arm, the right arm, to look for the foot or ankle. And as you hold the foot, you press the foot against the hand, so you lift up higher. From there, you release the hand, extend the leg, turn the right lower leg, so the bent one, outside, and open your left hip, left arm up to the ceiling, hips opening up to the big windows, and try to align your hip with the supporting knee, okay? And then you can start to lift the top leg up. Yes, and maybe bending the knee and holding on to the ankle or foot. As you hold on, you press the foot into the hand and push your hips forward, open your chest a bit more. One more breath. Release back to the center. Come back to all fours. Give yourself a cat stretch. Round your back, pull your belly in. And exhale into child's pose. Round your back, knees together, release your arms. You can release your breath for a moment, just focus on long, deep breaths instead of Ujjayi. If you still feel cold, you can keep Ujjayi breath. Now start to open your knees slightly. Looking forward, and then start to walk your hands towards you. You're going to tuck your toes, and then you're going to roll through your feet and into your Malasana, the garland pose. Your elbows into the inside part of your knees, and try to keep your spine straight. Sometimes the heels are up depending on what happens, how flexible the ankles are, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to show you the beginner way to do crow, and then also the regular way to do crow, and then you choose what to do. If you're tired of Malasana, you can sit down, or you can put a block underneath you while I demonstrate. So, easy version. From here, you slide down so that the inside of your knees will be by your triceps. And then you spread your fingers and your hands. Your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders, so you have a stable base. And then you try to look to the front of your mat. Don't look down here. So you look to the front, and then you lift your bum up. You walk your feet closer together. I'm still looking forward. Really try and tighten your arms and shoulders and trapezius, and then just lift one leg down, one leg down, or you can try both legs. Now just a little hint here. Very important to know the protraction of the shoulders. So you know how you're doing cat and cow like this with the shoulders? Yes? So in the crow pose and in any arm balance, you want this action, is the protraction. Okay? Even in the headstand, once you do this, especially the headstand, because the strength is coming from here and the stability. So imagine I've got my hand there, so you want to push my hand away, rounding out, okay? So the regular way to do it is your hands will just be as wide as your shoulders, and you place your knees on your armpits. Again, you're still looking forward, and lift. You press it helps also sometimes to grip with your fingers. Okay, so let's try. Do it either the first way or the second way. Remember to look forward. You need to walk closer. Yeah, keep walking closer. Yes. That's it. Look forward. Look at your block. And even if you don't have both legs up, you're already strengthening your arms and shoulders. So it's a good exercise, even just to do this, even just to do a rock, a rocking motion. The other thing to do is to really pull your core in, your core muscles. Tighten your abdominals. Good. You can try to jump back into Chaturanga and stay from the front of your mat.
I don't have it quite yet.
You can actually point your elbows out at the beginning. It makes it easier. And then you point your elbows back for the second type, which is the original one. But to make it easier, you can actually point your elbows out because it makes a bigger shelf, but it needs a little bit more flexibility. So you have to play around with it. I started to learn it like that first. You know, you make a shelf and then you go like that. And then later on you do this. This is more tricep strength. So just depending on your muscles available.
They are growing this week for sure.
Yes.
But now it's like maybe
Okay, so let's go back into Malasana with your hands to the heart and your heels, feet pressed down. And go back to the breath. You're going to extend your right leg here and then open your arms. And from there, take your hands down, lift, and then go to the other side, and open your arms here. Then take your hands down, find the center, and then lie down on your belly. First of all, just soften everything from your head to your toes. One cheek on the mat or forehead on the mat. And start to empty your mind. And the next pose is Dhanurasana or bow pose. So bend your knees and hold on to your feet or ankles. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then on an inhale, lift your chest and lift your knees. Look forward or up and close your eyes. Focus on your third eye center, connecting with the navel. Exhale and release everything down. We do one more round, same thing. When you're ready, bend your knees, hold onto your ankles or feet, roll the shoulders back. Inhale and lift, eyes closed, chest open. You have to release your belly. Exhale, release. And soften. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. And then tuck your toes, go into all fours and into downward facing dog. We are going to jump to sitting. So, you look forward, you lift your heels, you bend your knees, and you really flatten out your hands. Jump. Lie down on your back and bend your knees. Knees in line with your ankles. You don't need to place your ankles close to your butt because that will just cause some problems with your knees. So just knees in line with the ankles, and that's fine. So from there, press your feet down and start to lift your tailbone and your back up to the ceiling. Point your navel, your belly button up to the sky. To protect your neck, just keep a nice distance between the chin and the chest. But if you want to go deeper, really roll the shoulders in a little bit more and interlace your fingers. And point your fingers towards your feet. Imagine that you have a block between your knees, so your knees are not opening and they're really pointing to the front. 2 more breaths. And slowly release down. And just feel your spine releasing. If you want, you can hug your knees and rock side to side for an even deeper release. We will do a second round of half bridge with this same exact pose. If you wish, I invite you to go into full wheel. So in the full wheel, you will start the same way, knees bent, but this time with your hands underneath your shoulders, and then push with your hands and feet up. Okay? So, half bridge or full wheel, your choice. Let's see what the body is telling you today, using your body intelligence.
Like that?
No, this one. Yes, that's it. Oh, no. Your hands stay there.
They stay there?
Of course, because
Show me. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get this.
you did. I saw you. That's it. And your hands just stay there. Relax your head. Come back down slowly. Very good. When you're ready, lower down. Hug your knees. And let's take the knees all the way to the right side for a nice spinal twist. Turn your head to the left. Back to the center, knees all the way to the other side. Turn the head to the right. And come back to the center for your Shavasana. Let your breath go. Let all the tension in your mind go as all the tension leaves your body. One by one, letting all the thoughts go. Softening your hands. Softening all of your arms, elbows, shoulders. Soften your head and your face, the eyes, mouth, cheeks, your nose, your jaw. Soften your chest and your belly. Soften all the muscles of your back. And then your hips, your legs, knees, down to the toes. Even all the organs of your body start to relax and self-heal. Your heart and lungs, your intestines, your stomach, liver and kidneys, the blood, the veins, the bones, the skin, and wherever it is most needed, the prana goes there for healing. Feel that your mind and your consciousness starts to empty out all of the burdens, all the things that you are carrying. Feel your whole body and energy system softening. Start to feel your breath once more. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. Open and close your eyes. Then when you're ready, just turn on the right side like you're sleeping. And slowly help yourself up to seated pose. We take the right hand in Shiva Mudra and perform the Anulom Vilom Pranayama or Nadi Shodhana. Close your right nostril, inhale left. Close the left nostril, exhale right. Inhale right nostril, exhale left. This time try to inhale for 4, exhale for 8. In the full version of this breath, inhaling for 4 counts, hold for 16, and exhale 8. Inhale 4, hold 16, or as close as you can to 16, exhale 8. The exhale is double the inhale, and the holding is double the exhale. Next exhale through the left nostril. You finish the round. And you can return back to normal breathing. Again, think about something that you have that you are grateful for. And have a sense of allowing, a sense of enthusiasm for what is to come. Just a sense of being open and having trust in grace. Take your hands in Yan Mudra, so your index and thumb together. Place the back of your hands just on your thigh. And imagine you have a ball of light on the right hand, right palm, and the left hand, left palm. And then at your forehead center, forming a triangle. And then visualize a light at the heart center powering this triangle. And think of this as your triangle of energy that is powering your intention that is coming from the heart. And we will chant 1 Om, 3 Shantis. I invite you to inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Hey, good job, everybody. We shall go to breakfast.